give you some tips on developing your clairaudient abilities and clairvoyant abilities. I just got out of a session with a client, and her higher self had some really good methods to try out. With clairvoyance, some people see images very clearly, and then other people do not see them at all. If you do not, and it's just a black screen up there, there's something that is called aphantasia, and this is where you do not see mental images. Don't say that you have aphantasia, because I used to do that, and my higher self and guides were like, you're blocking yourself. Okay? Everybody can learn how to do these things. Some people are more proficient in certain clear psychic abilities than others. For me, my strongest was clear cognizance, the inner gift of knowing, and clairsentience, the inner gift of feeling. And so I realized that I was actually feeling images instead of seeing them. And so, or any type of information that comes through. With clairvoyance, her higher self said to get a list of 10 items, any items that you want. An apple, a cup, a plant, a dog, something that is not overly complex, like a patchwork quilt that's a little overstimulating, like something that is just like one solid object to look at, and make a list of 10 different ones that you want to practice with when you're going in meditation, especially if your main ability is clairsentience of feeling. Okay, when you are going in to imagine said thing, we need to be doing a little bit of world building alongside of it, because if you're going in to just look at an apple, it's very hard to have a emotional attachment to that where it is flexing your imaginative muscle. What we did for the exercise was say, okay, there's an apple, where is the apple? And she said, oh, it's in a bowl. Okay, well, where is the bowl? It's in a kitchen. Where's the kitchen? She said, in a house. I said, well, where's the house? And she said, in America. And I said, where in America? And she said, California. And I said, okay, well, where in California? And then we kind of just went and made it as tangible as we could. And so now what's happening is we are having an emotional charge underneath that. We are energy in motion, and it makes it more vivid because you're like, oh, this is a very specific apple, not just like a random one that I'm thinking of. You can do that with lots of different worlds as well. Maybe the apple is from an apple orchard or a grocery store, or it's inside of a pie. You could do the same with a dog or a plant or a cup. Now, her higher self said, let's not add 60 things onto the list, because repetition is really important. And if you're adding a ton of new stimuli in there, you're not going to be as proficient at it. And so, also, looking at pictures before you go in meditation, at an apple, at a plant, at a dog, you need a energetic snapshot of what you're trying to pull up in your mind so that it makes it easier to perceive and imagine. And then doing that world building to see it. And it takes time and practice if this is not one of your most prominent gifts. Now, with clairaudience, if you want to be able to hear other people's higher selves or people that have passed on to the other side, mediumship, inner children, different incarnations, it's about being able to hone in on a certain frequency and locking in on that. Oftentimes we have so much stimulus coming towards us, okay, with frequencies and conversation. You have to sift through so much psychically in order to lock into somebody's voice talking to you amidst all of the ones in the ethers. You can listen to music that has a lot of different instruments in it and hone in on one instrument at a time. You don't have to sit here and do this for an hour, okay? Even a minute or two is great. Okay, it's better than zero. But we're going to sit in and we're going to listen to the drums specifically and try and isolate that and drown out everything else. And then we're going to listen for the guitar. and the triangle and the symbols. And really focus as intensely as you can. It's better if you're wearing ear pods as well, because it's, you know, closer to your cerebellum. Or you can go out in nature if you want as well and listen to the bird that's chirping, or the bugs that are rustling in the leaves next to you, or the duck that's on the water. But we're trying to isolate as precisely as we can. Now, if your most prominent gift is clairsentience, feeling, she said that she had been trying that previously and it wasn't working. She was having a difficult time isolating the instruments. And I said, oh, well, it's because your clairsentient gift is taking over. It is invoking all of these feelings because of the music, and you're getting swept away in the whole orchestrative experience because it brings you a lot of joy. You have to say over your energy body, hey, I love that I have clairsentience and we love music, but right now I'm specifically focusing on my clairaudient abilities, and I need to focus on one single instrument at a time. Like, you have to remind yourself and override the clairsentient abilities in that moment. So I would love to hear in the comments if this unlocked and activated something with you, if you're going to give them a try. If you have any questions as well about the clair abilities, remember to give a follow, and I hope you have a super magical day.